This program is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008, and by the members of Prairie Public.
Hi, my name is Nick Gruber. I'm from Moorhead, Minnesota, and my band is Nick Gruber and Steve Travers. Steve Travers plays drums. We first started playing together a little less than a year ago, and really just jamming in the basement for the sake of making some music and having a common interest in jazz. And I liked the things that Steve brought to the table in terms of his experience with the African Drum and Dance Ensemble at Concordia, and some other Latin music influences that made his drumming a little bit different than, say, just straight ahead jazz stuff. And that's, yeah, why we started making music together and continue to do so. I first got started in music around 10 or 11 playing guitar, and my dad played guitar. I was in school band also and played drums and played drum set and marimba and vibraphone all the way into high school, but I mostly wanted to play guitar. And so by the time I was 13 or 14, I was playing blues and that type of music, R&B, in clubs with older musicians around the Omaha area, Omaha, Nebraska, and Council Bluffs, Iowa, where I grew up. And from there I went to college, and I got my master's at the University of Iowa in jazz studies and continued to pursue performing and writing music. Writing is totally spontaneous for me, so I might hear something in the shower or hear a song that I like by Rubble Bucket or something and think, oh, I like that bass line, how can I incorporate that, or how can I learn that skill, how can I make that a tune. Yeah, sometimes just a melody or something will pop into your head and you sit down and start putting it there, but I don't do it like work anymore. I don't sit down and say I'm going to write music for this hour and try to force it out there. So a little bit more of a rarity. I've built dozens of guitars, a handful anyway, a few dozen guitars at this point, having been in business here in Moorhead for 3 years now. It takes, on average, 6 to 8 weeks to build a guitar, but that depends greatly on the options, and that's what getting a custom instrument is about, is being able to pick every last detail, whether it's the finish or the wiring or what kind of dice knobs you want on there or something. You have to kind of be a musician or know something about music, but also about carpentry, about finishing wood, about electronics, so many power tools, and put all of those things together into something that works, functions, makes sense, and hopefully sounds pretty good. It's a very broad set of skills that's involved in making a guitar, and even just working on them. We do a lot of repair business and restoration of older guitars, and yeah, it's a patient person's hobby or job, I suppose.
This program is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008. And by the members of Prairie Public.